You're listening to the Hidden Killers Podcast.
Hidden Killers Podcast
with Tony Bruschi.
A interesting case here. 2 women arrested and charged in the brutal murder of a Washington, D.C. man, and really going to quite extremes with the body afterwards to get what they wanted. Police have arrested Tiffany Taylor Gray, who was 22, and Audrey Miller, 19, for the gruesome murder of Fasil Teklemariam, a 53-year-old man from D.C. The crime, which occurred on April 1st, involved Teklemariam being bludgeoned, repeatedly stabbed, and having his thumb severed. Why his thumb, you ask? The thumb was allegedly used by the killers to access his accounts and spend his money on Uber rides, marijuana, and alcohol. That's, Gray.
They killed him so they could party.
Yeah.
Basically.
Gray, a resident of Prince George's County, Maryland, was apprehended on July 1st and charged with first-degree murder and armed felony murder. She's currently detained in Maryland and expected to be extradited to D.C. to face charges. Miller was arrested on June 21st on similar charges, also being held in D.C. Her preliminary hearing has been rescheduled for July 30th. According to court records, a witness claimed that Gray referred to Teklemariam as her sugar daddy, although this has not been verified by the police. Teklemariam's body was discovered in his bedroom on April 5th after his family, unable to contact him, alerted the authorities. Police investigations revealed that Teklemariam was last seen entering his apartment on April 1st. The crime scene showed signs of an attempted cleanup, but investigators were able to uncover bloody footprints and other stains using special techniques. Surveillance footage from Teklemariam's apartment and surrounding areas was crucial in identifying Gray, Miller, and 3 other suspects. One of the other suspects, a 34-year-old man referred to by Gray as her, quote, play brother. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's
I have no idea what that is.
How it's reported, and that's how she referred to him in the report. Has been positively identified, though no charges have been filed against the other suspects. Footage revealed that Teklemariam met Miller outside his apartment on April 1st and brought her in willingly. Gray and her play brother were seen entering the building later that evening. After the murder, the suspects were frequently seen entering and exiting Teklemariam's apartment, carrying items to a nearby car. They allegedly took or used Teklemariam's key fob to access the apartment and his Toyota RAV4 to transport the stolen goods. Witnesses played a significant role in the investigation, identifying the suspects by the bags they carried out of Teklemariam's apartment. One witness revealed that Gray used Teklemariam's thumb to withdraw money from his accounts, which was then spent on Uber rides, marijuana, and alcohol. The same witness also linked Gray to a previous police complaint filed by Teklemariam, accusing her of stealing $1,800 from him using a Cash App. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are continuing to piece together the full extent of the suspect's actions and the potential involvement of additional individuals. It's what the fuck is going through your mind that this is somehow, this is okay, let's do this. Maybe it has something to do with, I don't know, the weed and the alcohol. I don't know. I use both products from time to time, and I can't say it's ever made me want to go kill somebody and cut off their thumbs or think that that's ever a great idea.
But, like they kill him and they're stealing all this shit out of his apartment. Yay for technology, by the way.
Yeah.
So they're caught on video doing that. But then at some point, someone's like, if we cut off his thumb, we could just use that to get into his accounts. Like, I don't know, open his phone or something and then transfer money out of his bank. I don't know, use Venmo. I don't know what they were doing. But like, that is so sick. Like, stealing from him and killing him wasn't bad enough, but we could take everything. And then we'll just go buy some weed and let's go get drunk. Like nothing. These people are absolutely sick. I hope they're in prison forever.
It's scary. And this is not like a blanket statement of everyone that is young by any means, but there's such an epidemic of narcissism with young people. I mean, it's everywhere too, but it just seems that people who are coming into adulthood, these two are 19 and 22 years old, and there's like a disconnect, it feels like, with so many in that age range of having empathy for anyone else other than themselves. Mm-hmm. And it seems like it's really like way out of whack, where it's like you're always going to have a handful that are out of their fucking minds. But it just seems like this is kind of more the norm, the lack of empathy or care for other individuals or thoughts of consequences to actions than there has been in the past. Maybe that's just me getting older going, yeah, damn kids, get off my porch. But it's not kids get off my porch. It's you people don't seem to have any feeling for, it's like everything is an object to you. Everything is something that can be used to better yourself. And it doesn't matter how you use that person to better yourself, including murder. Again, not a blanket statement against everyone by any means, but there's just like, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot more of this weird disconnect from reality and humanity than there has been in the past.
And I think that, I don't know if he was, and I'm using air quotes, her sugar daddy or not, but she could have been this young girl kind of coming on to him, kind of gets into his life, and then she starts stealing from him, like the $1,800 that he accused, and so who knows? He could have been a lonely guy. Somebody's paying attention to him. He's feeling pretty good. Maybe he was her sugar daddy. I don't know.
And that whole concept too. I mean, that's a disconnect from reality on his part, if that's in fact what was going on. That it's a transactional relationship like that. I mean,
very much so.
It's like hiring a sex worker. I mean, it's not like anything's meaningful here. It's all completely superficial, and it's all just for the immediate gratification of the person with the money, or the person who's taking the money to get other things, and emotion doesn't exist in something like that. When we're talking about an act that like really is one of the most intimate things in life that is filled with emotion,
and then they just take everything and go get weed and drinking.
Yeah.
Like after you would do something that horrific, you could just, let's go party.
Let's cut off his thumb. Uber. Let's cut off his thumb and use it to get money out of the ATM or whatever. It's like,
and we can take the thumb with us. That way we've got it with us. We're not stuck to being next to his dead body. We can take it with us.
How do you transport a thumb you cut off? Do you put that like in a Ziploc bag or something? I would imagine.
I'm guessing because I read one article, they have not found it. God. So I think they did take it with them.
I would think it would be kind of like a raisin, where almost after a little bit, there's an expiration date.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I mean, you keep that like in formaldehyde and then pull it out from time to time, and yeah, it's just the idea of doing such a thing. Of like you got the thumb in your purse or pocket, whatever, and like just pull that thumb out and put it there. It's just like, I
just can't even
so gruesome.
Wrap my brain around that. Like you're stealing everything you can from him. Oh, and if we just did this, we could get even more.
Yeah.
As gruesome as that is, it didn't bother them to do that. That's really twisted. And I don't know what this play brother thing means. I don't know what that is. But, if there's other people involved in that, they should that's just sick. Because they don't even see any value in this man's life. There's no value to it.
They invent their own reality and their own definition of worth of anything around them. And true reality doesn't exist. I mean, something like this too, there's no rehabilitating someone doing this. There's no coming back from this going, oh, I really see the errors in my ways. If you are doing something like this at any point in your life, you're a horrible human and you probably shouldn't be on this planet any longer because you're a danger to everyone else you ever encounter because you don't have that empathy in your mind, in your brain, in your soul. And it's not a learned behavior. You're not going to learn empathy. You can mimic it. But truly, deep down, your decisions are going to be made with the monster soul that you have and always will be.
And don't you think that if they would have gotten away with it, it worked? So if you do it once, isn't it just as easy to do it again and again and again?
Yeah.
Because you're not valuing anybody's lives. It doesn't matter. You just want to go get high.
And also, like,
whatever it takes.
how dumb are you that you think you just leave the body here and like no one's gonna figure this out?
And there's no video cameras anywhere watching all this shit. Yay for technology.
Utter stupidity mixed with utter narcissism and selfishness. And then you get this. Oh.
Agreed.
Their parents must be so proud. Although I'm guessing they're probably not in the picture.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on true crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.